sad. But nowadays I live in Tabor, a small town near Calgary in Alberta province, Canada. And I feel so happy for do this decision to get out from Brazil in this bad moment. I love my country and I feel so sad because everything there happened over there. But I feel happy because I plan and do this the last year. Unfortunately, I need to talk about that in this introduction. But let me know about Fernando. And actually, your English it's pretty cool, man. And I jealous about your English.
Did you ask me because
Yeah.
the internet
Yeah.
froze exactly when you were.
Sorry. Yeah. I ask you.
Okay. Well, my name is Fernando. I am 33 years old. I live in Brasilia. I was born and raised here, and indeed, Charles is a shameful situation that we've been living in the last days, the last years. But I will not go into this part. And I'm here on TALK since last month, but I've been studying English for almost 4 years now, and I have been dedicating a lot to my English studies, especially because I have this goal to start giving classes this year. I am graduated in languages, and now I've been taking post-graduation in English teaching methodology. So I'm really interested in this field, and yeah, that's it.
Very nice to meet you, Fernando. And Victoria, hello.
Hello.
Is it your first time here?
No, it isn't my first time in TNT, but it's my first time with you.
Okay, so please introduce yourself.
Okay, so I'm Victoria. I am 24 years old. I live in Rio. I'm a nurse student. And I believe it's all.
Great. So, guys, today we are going to talk about criminals. Actually, about glorifying criminals. It's a really nice topic that other host. I don't know if she created it or she found it, but Yasmin who brought this topic today, and it's a good topic. So let's get started. Let me see. Can you guys see the questions in the chat, right? Okay. So Charles, why are humans so interested in criminals and crimes? What do you think?
Oh, I don't think nothing. I think it's natural. It's from the human being to be good, to be bad, to be crazy sometimes. It summarizes what happened in Brazil nowadays. The bull effect, money effect, I guess. I don't know English. Efeito manada. I listened one statement 2 or 3 days ago. There the guy said that the civilization, it's a fragile system. And yeah, I agree totally. I don't know if I answered this question, but I think in the same direction, our mind, our behavior, it's a box and a secret box, and everything can be happen. Everything can be true for you and not true for me. Maybe because this, some guys interact in this area. Yeah. Some guys decide explore this dark side, I guess. It's a profound, I guess, no, deep, yeah, deep, profound, it's not correct, deep subject. But yeah, I think sometimes we need to stop for talk about, because sounds crazy, but happen and happen all the time. That's it to me. Can you listen me properly?
Yeah, definitely. Guys, if you wanna comment something that the other person said, you can just go on, okay? You don't need to wait me to say your name for you to talk. You can just go. Of course, being respectful, but you can just go, okay? Let me see, Fernando, do you agree with Charles? What do you think about these interests in criminals and crimes?
Yeah, I totally agree with him. Uh, are you listening this chainsaw sound? I hope it's not bothering you because somebody's using a chainsaw or something like that. Yeah.
I'm listening to their voice.
Okay, that's great. So I totally agree with Charles. And I think that maybe I don't know about crimes, but about like morbid things like death. I know that people have a lot of interest on those topics because it's like the unknown, the things that like a mystery. So maybe crimes can be something that we don't want to experience in our lives, but we are curious about. So maybe that's the reason that that podcast was a success. Not a long time ago, last year, in the end of the year, and other crime stories, they are an enormous success. So maybe it's that. I don't know, but it is a deep subject with a lot of layers. You know, we can be talking about how people commit crimes, or how people are, why people are interested on crime history. So, yeah.
Yeah, I would say that I agree with you. I would say that people are just curious. I think that it's something so it's something inside the human. We are all curious about everything. Um, one one thing more than others, but we are all curious. I think that when we see something that we don't know, we get afraid and curious. So crimes are just like that for me. And I think that we are curious, especially um, sometimes, of course, especially about things that are prohibited. I don't know why, but we we are like that. I guess. I think human sometimes wants to be. Uh, don't want to be anything. Not it's not bad behavior, but humans sometimes want to challenge people. So if it is illegal, we are curious about it. It's not.
Yeah.
That's
It,
just
it,
an example. But
no, but
sometimes we
you are
do.
right. Even when it is like a simple thing, like you are a kid and your parents say that you cannot do that.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
you will want to do that. You enjoy that more. So it's a
Yeah,
human
exactly.
nature thing, as
You,
Charlie said too.
you will. If someone says to you that you shouldn't do something, you just get curious about what will happen if you do. So I think it's something related to that. Uh, we are interested in crimes because we shouldn't do that. So we want to understand how um, people who do that think, maybe. Um, Victoria, what about you? What do you think?
I totally see eye to eyes with Fernando because I know it's something more like the mysterious, the unknown. So we don't know what is it. So we are just searching for, and it's like kind of, I don't know, a good feeling that's searching but not being in their shoes. Nobody wants to be dead or something like that, but we just want to know more about it.
Definitely, I totally agree. Let me see, Charlie's. How do some criminals profit from their crimes?
Oh my gosh, today it's a big test for
Difficult questions here.
how I can skip about this the question. Maybe prepare me for some interviews, I guess, because sometimes we need to skip. Uh, oh, uh,
If you want to
I
answer later,
yeah.
no problem.
No,
Okay,
no,
someone else can
I accept
answer
the
first.
challenge. Oh,
So
I'm
go
accept the
ahead.
challenge. I only try to get some time for put something in my mind, I guess.
Got it. Got it.
Actually, I have, but I would like I would like to sound crazy, I guess. But in my mind, hey, jump a lot of things here. My English don't help me too much, but yeah. uh, like I when I saw this question, I I try to think about cannabis because in Brazil it's not allowed, and here in Canada it's allowed, and uh, it's different. And to me, here it's a big business, and I think could be in Brazil too. And this question, it's a hard discussion. Uh, but I think when I saw this question, there people can profit with your criminal because have demand for consume things um, outside the law. All right, I don't know who I can say fora da lei, outside the law, I guess. And I think in this business, like in Brazil, one law create one criminal corredor. I don't know if I can say this, or I cannot express, but it's impressive how we don't uh, how the crime capture this big business and can be a lot, or can profit a lot with this. And on the other hand, here in Canada, the government have good profit with this business, all right? And here we cannot see anyone kill anyone because uh, this. And it's impressive. I cannot saw anyone here drunk in the middle of the street. Like, it's impressive. And every square here have um, one house to sell Maria Juana. All right, and like that's it. Jump in my mind is, and I, I'm I I'm bring this topic, but I can thought in another others. Like in Brazil, currently have one discussion, and Bolsonaro bring for Brazil one discussion about gangs, and I think this thing walk in the same direction, right? Like it's a big business, and we should take care when we prohibit too much or when we allow too much. So I think we should think about like, because if you prohibit guns, they will become a business yet, but outside the law. Like have a lot of things there in Brazil. We should have think our laws and maybe get profit for the government and don't uh, put in the money in the hand of the crime. So I talked too much, and like I said, in my mind, it's a explosion of ideas and things here. But I think we should listen the other guys. Victoria, can you?
Okay, so it depends on the crime, you know. It's because if you're doing the crime and you're getting profit, it's because someone's wanting to buy this thing, you know. Even if it's just a drug, if it's a organ, or if it's, I don't know. If you can sell it, it's because is anyone looking for it. It's the basic. So yeah, we can just profit with these crimes during the person, like people in general, wants to buy it. I believe everything is about the people, you know, because if there isn't people looking for it, the people don't like commit the crime.
You brought really interest topics. Well, I think that there are many ways to profit from a crime. It might be like a financial way, of course, but maybe an emotional way, like those serial killers. They kill for pleasure, so their profit is not exactly a profit. It's like an emotional thing, so an emotional crazy thing. And talking about these topics that Charles brought, yeah, I think those are two different, of course, two different examples. In this case of the marijuana, I am pro legalization because I think this doesn't is not bad for anyone. Will not kill our society. It will not be a mess. And as you said, is something that the criminals take advantage that the government could manage. But in the case of the guns, for example, it has a harmful effect on the society. So this is something more complicated to legalize, I guess. But yeah, there are many ways of get profit from crimes. Depends on the crime and on the person, of course. What do you think, Via?
Yeah, you guys brought so many good examples. Um, I totally agree with you guys. I think that when this this profit is like something physical, like money. Someone brought it somehow, or someone wanted it, like someone who wants to kill other person, but hires someone to do that. So sometimes you criminal is going to sell something or do a favor, like a service to someone. So definitely, there are many ways to profit in this area, this crazy area. But unfortunately, there are many ways. As Charlie said, society is something crazy. So sometimes crimes exist because of society. Society are not. Let me see. Because of a poor society, it can increase the level of crimes, for example. So I think the problem is society. But yeah, I agree with you guys. I think there are many ways to profit, and all things you said are really are true. Guys, let's see. Victoria. Why do many young people think it's cool to be bad? What do you think? Victoria, are you there? I don't think so. So, Fernando, please.
Is it cool to be bad? I don't know. I didn't know.
Well, many young people think that it is.
Yeah, but maybe I don't know. Maybe it's more like a style thing. A way to be a sap, not really be bad, but show yourself like a bad person. But I even don't know how to explain. Maybe it's more like a style thing, or a thing to be accepted in a certain group. Yeah, it's the best answer I can
Yeah.
get.
Yeah, I got it. Teenagers are actually it's a hard phase. So the young person is trying to understand how adults live, and it's trying to abandon the kid phase. So it's a phase where this person is trying to find their place in the world, trying to find who they are. So sometimes they think that their parents are wrong because they are trying to say, don't cross the street that way. Look, uh, look at the sides to see if there is any kind of car crossing the street. So sometimes they think that they are not being nice, so they try to do everything that their parents said to not to do. So,
Yeah, that's true. I have a son, a 14 years old boy, and it's exactly like this. I try to talk to him about everything, explain why, the reasons why he cannot do something. But in the end of the day, they think that they are right, we are wrong about everything, and it's a very difficult phase.
yeah, I think that it happens to everybody, unfortunately, but it's that's life. It is what it is. It's just like that song from Legião Urbana, Pais e Filhos. just like that. What about you, Vishali? What do you think that young people think that it's nice to be bad?
It's another deep question because we can open another way to discuss about teenager, young people. But in summary, to me, I guess it's a period there we are try to discover, try to taste things, and together this desire, we have so much energy to spend, and I think the mysterious of the unknown things, it's one thing there intrigate us. I don't know, intrigate it's in English, but yeah, go ahead, keep the line. Yeah, and I guess our society, one more time I will bring society there, we use this, our civilization start to provoke or instigate people to, or young people, to prove your courage. Like if you listen or take a look indigenous people, you saw there young people, it's encouraged to go to the deep forest and hurt some dangerous animal. And this evaluate, I don't know. And our society perpetuate this, and some areas of the society use this as a interaction, like moves and things like that, and stolen this for become this a big business. And nowadays, every young guy think they should prove something for someone, and maybe dangerous things can do our heart beat more strong because the adrenaline. And so I think it's a summer, is everything's society, behavior, culture, and hormones, and like I think nowadays we have others way to spend this energy and bring some adrenaline for our board, like parachute, other things there we can use for prove your courage without to uh, go to the crime or go to the bed for have this same sensation. But yeah, I think that's it. Our mind, it's a box. So, like I said, it's so deep, and I have a lot of things, and I will stop now because Victoria Abrantes have too much things for share with us. Please, Victoria.
I have a question. You said about piercings.
Sorry?
You
It's
said
question
something about
number. Sorry, go on. Sorry, go on.
okay. Charlie said something about piercings. I couldn't.
No.
No. Oh,
No.
okay. I couldn't understand, right? So I was, oh my God, why? So,
No.
so if you said something about piercings, I'm a team because I have a lot. So
Yeah, I have one here, please, and I have a lot of tattoos.
yeah, me too. No,
So please don't say that.
please. I have in the clavicle. So 2 in the clavicle and the breast, and in the face, a lot of in the face. So please don't tell me about it. So about the young people think it's cool to be bad. I don't know. I don't really know why they think about it. Like my mom used to say, "Oh my God, you're really bad," and but it's because I just wanted to be by myself all the time, you know. And my mom said I was unsocial, and because of this, I was bad. I couldn't understand this thing. Yeah. So I can't imagine what is being a teen and thinking that it's cool being bad. You know, I don't know. Unfortunately, I will figure it out when my son turn like a teen, but until now I don't know.
Great.
Victoria, you said something
Go
very, very interesting. Uh, that you don't know exactly why teenagers want to be bad, but and I was thinking, what is to be bad? What is the concept of being bad? Like in this question, being bad is like being a criminal or being
Yeah,
someone that doesn't accept the rules, go against what their parents are saying. So there are many concepts of being bad too. So
yeah. Like for my mom, I was bad. Like, oh my God, you are so unsocial. You're bad, but I don't think so. But I've never like killed someone. So I don't know what is being bad.
yeah, for my mom too, I used to be bad. Uh, not because I was a bad person, but because my cousins were better than me. So there are
Oh my
many,
God.
They're always better than us.
yeah, always the cousins. Yeah.
Yes, and about the piecing, I guess it's a way to prove your courage too. All right, it's like I agree with Fernando. What is be bad? Like I told about challenge and young people to encourage to I, I don't know, desafiar a si mesmo. I don't know how I can say this in English, and I will not try. And like I went, or I went to the indigenous people for try to show my point of view. Like this thing, it's from like piercing, tattoos, come from the indigenous people. It's not now, it's not new, and it's a way to prove your courage. I don't know because I don't have any piercing and I don't have any tattoo, but I can imagine that it's can be uh, dolorido, yeah. It's a way to prove your courage, yeah.
Not
And
always.
I think for you maybe not, but because you think in this way, but for other people, for me it's I'm, oh my God, for do a test of blondie in the mic. All right, yeah, and it's a way to prove your courage. It's a way to prove uh, yeah, it's a way to discover new things. It's a way to identify yourself as a unique person. And I think it's in this way there. Young people, it's encouraged to prove something for someone. Yeah. I don't think it's not bad and it's not good. It's only a way there we are raised to do. Me too. Me too. I'm a farm guy and I was encouraged to smoke so early for proof that I be part of that society. I don't regret that, but I'm not proud of that. Right? And I smoke more than 20 years of my life because I would like to prove for the fellows that I'm part of that. Yeah, it's a way to prove. And I was bad for my mom because I started smoke when I was 16 years. Yeah, like I said, it's a subject there. We have a lot of things for talk.
It's amazing how I can relate to everything that you are saying. I think it's everybody pass through something like that, go through something like that. When I was 14, the age of my son, I went, I got my first tattoo. I hope that he doesn't watch this video on YouTube, by the way. But it was, and I feel that like I was challenging my mom, my parents. So and when I was 16, I started smoking too, because I was in a rock band, walking and talking, hanging out with rock people. So I want to be part of that group, and I need to, this was part of the process. So that's amazing how I think everybody can relate to that bad phase in a way or another.
But about the cigarettes, sometimes not a phase. It's because everybody think it's normal. Like in Évora, Portugal, you can smoke inside the restaurants, and I think it's really awful. I couldn't be inside the restaurant. I just, okay, let me go outside and eat outside. But for them, it's normal. It's like, okay, what is wrong with it? Sometimes not about the oh yeah, I am a bad person, I'm a good person. It's just like, okay, it's normal, everybody do it, so I will do it too.
Yeah, sometimes it's just like what Fernando said. I think that we are not like that we are challenged to do that, but we want to be just like everybody else. When we are teenagers, we want to be like the person that we are used to hanging out, for example. We want to be part of the group, so we do what they do. And if they do things that are not nice, like smoke, for example, smoke really young, well, you will probably do that. If you, of course, it depends on the person. There are people that young people that hang out with other people that smoke, but this person doesn't. But yeah, I think that we just want to be part of it. So we just try, at least. We try a first time, and then we, okay, that's not that bad, and we just continue. Um, guys, there is a question that I want to ask you, but it's not in these questions. I just thought about it. Do you guys think well, nowadays, in my perception, in my point of view, actually, I have no data about it. It's just my point of view. I think that it's increasing the number of TV series or movies or podcasts talking about true crimes. So like documentaries or not just about murder, but about many things. Uh, Many kinds of crimes actually. And in my opinion, in my point of view, I can see that it is increasing. Like when I open the the Netflix app, there is a whole cat I forgot how can I say that in English. Category about crimes, So I don't remember to see that like 3 years ago, something like that. I don't remember. So in my opinion, it is increasing. Why? Why it is increasing? What do you think that is increasing, and if it somehow not stimulate, but yeah, it can be simulate people to do that, or it's like totally the opposite. People watch that and uh, feel like that is terrible and doesn't want to do that. Oh, I have a really good example about it. I don't know if you guys saw a TV series, a Netflix series actually, called You. It's about a psychopath, and in the middle of the series, you start to feel like you know that what he's doing is really bad, but you kind of start to hope that what he's doing succeed. You know, like really in the deep into your mind, you do it. Please, if you saw, if you watched the series, doesn't lie to me, because you hope you hope that the criminal succeed. But it's something that I felt that when I realized that, I said to myself like, no, it's totally wrong. Don't do that. Don't. He deserved to be in jail. Like, so that's the question. Do you guys why it is increasing? If it is, of course, you can just say, oh, no. Back in 10 years ago, 5 years ago, it was the same. Or and you can tell me if it is like um, stimulating people to think against or for it. You can choose who will start, who is ready. I know that it's a hard question.
And the silence remains because everybody's thinking, and it is a good, really good question. Oh my God, you guys are on fire this afternoon. So it was just a comment. I don't want to start.
And I try to give opportunity for other person talk, because I talk too much to Fernando. Because yeah, everything to me it's so much interesting, and my point of view is our we come from a conservative society in Brazil mainly, and in general around the world we come from a conservative society. And like I said in the another question, society is a fragile organism, and I think it's a escape valve for this list of rules that we follow this year by year. Like I come from one society, I don't know, I raised in one society family, all right? And I don't have piercing, I don't have tattoo. It's me, it's show how many conservative I grew up. And it's because I'm here in Canada, because I don't agree with this, and I try to open my mind for other things, all right? But the most important, I think the oh, I don't know how I can say, the the movies and the musical, this it's a big business, and in Brazil mainly, they capture this sensation about the young guy, and Brazil it's a young society, and it's business. They should sell things, and for sell, what it's better, this spirit, this spirit of a warrior, I don't know, and they capture that and they sell. It's if you saw, for example, the games business come or walk in the same direction. I like the video games. Okay, it's I'm 43, but I still like video games. All right, I raised in one one conservative family, but I like games and I like violent games. I don't think it's can be bad to me, but like only for summarize my idea, that's it. In one side we have one society there, it's so conservative, and a lot of young guy search or look for things there can do your heart beat more fast. And the other side, we have one big business. We have Brazil nowadays. That's it.
That's really nice. Really good thoughts. Really good topics, and it is a deep topic. So we have a lot of layers one more time. And yeah, Bia, I don't think is just an impression. It's increasing a lot lately, but it's just because the streaming platforms, they notice that is a profit market, and that get the interest of people. And I don't think that it can influence people. It's the same point of games, of music, of music with violent lyrics. I don't think that can influence people. I think depends on, of course, if someone already tends to go to that side, it might be like not like a school, but it might give you ideas, which is not good. But it depends on the person, not on the movies or on the games and so on. So, and the same, I read that one of the questions is about music, that if they should be banned, like those lyrics that talk about crimes. And I don't think they should be banned at all, because if you don't want that people talk about crimes, you should invest on education and on culture, in order to they don't leave that thing, don't leave crimes in their on daily basis. So they are just talking about they live. So yes.
You said something really interesting. That is like something that I really think about. When you want that people doesn't do something, you have to talk about it. You shouldn't prohibit it, because if you do, people will do. You have to talk about it for people to understand why they shouldn't do that. So in every area, not just crime, exactly what you said. People should invest. The government actually should invest in education. So people have to understand what it is, understand how it works or whatever it is actually. People have to talk about it. Actually, that's TNT. We are here talking about many things different that we probably wouldn't talk in a regular conversation, like in a conversation like you're walking the park and you start to talk
Talk about
with an
crimes.
old lady about crimes. Yeah,
Yeah.
you wouldn't do it. So here, when you talk about everything, it's democracy, in my opinion. So I think we have to talk about everything for people to understand what is happening. We are not, if you prohibit, people do. People definitely will do. It's like the conversation that we have, the question number 2, if I'm not mistaken, that we talked. If you says no to someone, to a young person, for example, this person will do
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
Victoria, you want to say something? You have any thoughts?
I don't know about this question. I don't have like opinion. Like sometimes I believe there should be more, like people should talk more about it, but sometimes I believe okay, maybe if it's stop, but because it's not a good thing, but if the person like consuming this type of thing, it's because they like it. So I don't know. I don't have an opinion.
And thank you, Fernando, for putting sophisticated words what I would like to say. That's exactly this. The stream, they figure out so well this business, and they explore the maximum, I guess.
Awesome. And guys, we are running out of time, yeah, unfortunately, because I wanted so bad to stay here and talk and talk and talk because I love this kind of topic. Actually, I like true crime stories. So these podcasts that I said that are increasing, I listen to that since, I don't know, 2018, something like that. Like watch documentaries about that. I watched that for a long time. So I really like this kind of topics about crimes itself and uh, how everything related to that affect the society. I totally love it. So, but unfortunately, we're running out of time, and I put in the chat a link to a survey. You guys already know what it is. It's a feedback. You can click there and rate this conversation for 1 to 10, if I'm not mistaken, or 0 to 10. I'm not sure. And you can put there, I like this conversation because of blah, blah, blah. I didn't like this conversation because of blah, blah, blah. And you can also suggest me topics. For example, next week I want to talk about tattoos and piercings, for example. So you can give me suggestions, okay? And yeah, guys, that's pretty much it.
Thank
It
you
was a
very
really nice
much.
conversation. Thank you all. It's always a pleasure to be here with you.
I confess, when I saw the
know.
question, I almost give up. But when we
No,
start
come on, stay with us.
talking, when we start talking, and like we talk through the meeting, it's a challenge, and the challenge sometimes instigate us,
Yeah.
and we do
Definitely,
that so well. That's it.
definitely. And we are here all helping each other. I'm not an English teacher. I'm here to help you somehow and have a nice conversation with you and learn a lot with you.
And I love
So-
the conversation. It was a pleasure
So
to talk to you guys. And by the way, I will watch You because a lot of people recommend me and is on my wish list, and I will watch it. It seems to be
Yeah,
nice.
I really like the season. Of course, it should be just one season, but okay. So yeah, please do it, and yeah, guys, see ya. Bye bye.
See you. Bye
See you
bye.
next week. Bye, guys.
see you. Bye.